Who's Ducky? He does kind of look like a duck. I most certainly have unmuted you, but maybe it's not picking up from the right area. Desktop audio properties, not where I want you to. Why? Try it again.
Hello?
Yeah. You can hear him
okay,
now.
cool. It sounds like it's working.
Hopefully that doesn't ruin everything else.
I mean, I can still hear you. We're fine.
How are the levels?
Fucking rip headphones.
Just got to make sure everybody's awake.
No, I like that the creature is now officially named Ducky. I hadn't seen that before, and then as soon as you said it, I like looked at the screen. I was like, oh my fucking god, I get it. So that's sick. I'm glad it officially has a name. That's kind of sick. How's everybody doing? Holy shit, there's a lot of people in here already. And chat's already going crazy. Yoshi, Levi, Thomas, Christopher, Levi again, Man That Packs.
Thomas.
Lost King. Greg. Boom, I think that's everybody that's here. What's up, everybody? Voice shatters the glass in my forklift.
Sorry about your forklift.
Fuck. How's everybody doing?
Chamomile Cat.
Chamomile
Howdy.
Cat made it.
I'm just thinking, the usual gals aren't around.
I am absolutely wrecked. I have been sleeping like shit. Life is kicking my ass. I'm drinking coffee right now. It is 8:05 at night.
Frostbite, welcome to your first live stream. Glad you could make it.
Yeah.
I need to get more alcohol.
Yep. You have to like physically leave to go get. Well, he does. Okay. I'm usually the one that leaves and sticks Connor on his own with shit. Never been on this side of this, I don't think. Oh, hi Joni. I didn't say hi to Joni either.
Hello, Joni.
God. All right. Sick. Lots of people in here. Glad to see it. Welcome everybody. I guess we're just gonna get started fucking right now.
Trippin' 707. I don't recognize that name.
What's going on?
Paige.
Good lord.
Joni,
I did say hi to you via Greg, but hi again. My goodness. Hello, everybody. All right. Tea is better than coffee. I mean, I think the caffeine content in my coffee is really what I'm in for here. Like, I got some tea, and every once in a while the tea does hit the spot, but like, yeah, it's really about like just
8 o'clock and it's past my bedtime.
Yeah, right. Like I'm trying to stay awake right now. Rarely get a chance to watch live. Well, I'm glad you could make it. I just started OnlyFans. Okay,
Levi, I was actually thinking about actually making a OnlyFans today because I think it'd be hilarious.
We got garbanzo beans today, fam.
Ooh.
I'm all about them chickpeas.
Yo, we're not sponsored by Red Bull, but this shit slaps. The coconut berry is the best. The white one.
I haven't had drink it forever, bro.
It's so fucking good. It pisses me off. I don't want to drink it, but it's so good.
Beans. The chat goes wild for beans. We were actually starting. The music was already going. I had to run upstairs and get a can of beans because I knew it was gonna be requested at some point. So I had to get the beans out. You know what I'm saying?
Glad you could have a beer with us. Bean tea.
God, no, I'm not drinking them any more bean juice. Please don't make me. Oh God, no.
Bean tea.
It was bad. Bean tea. No, baked beans. I think that would be worse.
Time it's 8:08 right now.
8:08 p.m. Central Time. They are high V beans. They were on sale. I'm a cheap ass.
Is that Pixel in the background there?
Dear God, is there something in the background?
There's a cat in the background. I don't think chat can see it, but
it's I can see your ear.
There's just a head nodding up and down, and it's black.
New Zealand.
Howdy.
3 p.m. Oh, coffee beans. You're right. All right. We're already getting distracted by beans and we haven't even begun. Welcome to Counting Cryptids. Of course, I'm Jacob, and that's Connor.
Hi.
Today. Oh, sorry.
This is episode 21.
Oh yeah, season 3, episode 21. It's been a minute since we've done like an actual cryptid. Like, I don't know, 3 episodes ago was the last time. It was the Jersey Devil. Like, it's been a hot second. So
it's been a few minutes.
This one really isn't either, but it's slightly more so than the last 2 were. So, we're rolling with it. Okay, so I mean, I guess I'll just getting into it. Today we're talking about doppelgangers.
Get bean deep in the doppelgangers, Jacob.
God damn it. It's already with the beans. Already bean deep.
Well,
yes, hit it. Go.
As you mentioned, it's the doppelgangers today. And
Yes.
The word doppelganger derives from the German words doppel, meaning double, and ganger, meaning walker or goer.
Double walker?
Double walker.
Okay.
Most often refers to someone who looks enough like you that they could easily be mistaken for you. However, in a more traditional mythological sense, doppelgangers they're not just similar, they're like completely identical and evil.
Yeah, see, there's kind of like a ghostly counterpart sort of thing to it that is more of a paranormal thing, not like this is just a fucking person that looks like you. Like, otherwise, like, I just wouldn't be doing an episode on just like, hey, look at these 2 guys kind of look alike. Like, whoa, no, like, yeah, twins are just a thing. But yeah, there is this kind of like paranormal kind of this ghostly sort of nonsense. I have words, usually thought to be sinister and like a harbinger of a tragedy to come, death being one of those things traditionally. Oh boy. Okay, so I mean, do I hit all this shit now? God, I probably do. Okay, so before we get too far into this, I got to mention this other stuff. So it's also present in Irish folklore as something called a fetch. Again, basically the exact same thing. A supernatural double or apparition of a living person, generally regarded as an omen of death. But I believe that is only if you see it at night. If you see it in like the morning, the daytime, it is a sign of long life to come. So it's completely the opposite. It is believed it was named this way because as the omen of death, it was literally there fetching souls. Kind of fucking metal. Also from Scandinavian folklore, the Vardoger. Sorry,
with the cross through the O.
So again, it's like this the sound or sight of a person before they arrive. So basically, the same thing. It's you showing up to work 5 minutes earlier than you actually show up to work, and you stop and talk to Tim in accounting. So then, when you actually show up 5 minutes later and go to talk to Tim in accounting, he's like, "No, we just had this conversation." So it's like it's referred to as like reverse deja vu, but I don't agree with that description.
Yeah, if I show up 5 minutes early to work, then you know it's not me.
Okay,
I'm 5 minutes late every day.
I mean, I have to walk down to my basement, and so
don't have to clock in, or
I'm early. I'm sleeping like shit, dude. I'm waking up at like 3 most of the time. Like by the time it's 5 o'clock, I'm fucking begging to get to work. I got nothing to do. It's rough. Can't talk about doppelgangers without bringing up Twin Peaks, right? Okay. It has officially been brought up. So
thanks, Laura.
Oh shit, where am I at? So there's some mention also real quickly of like this ancient Egyptian belief in the Ka, which is part of the soul that is depicted as being identical to the body.
Yeah, like it has to do with like their afterlife and why they mummified their dead, and I wrote something about it. Yeah, so their spiritual double lives as long as they have somewhere to live, which is usually that person's body that they're imitating.
Okay.
So as long as the body is kept from decomposing, then the spiritual double has a place to live. But obviously a decayed body would result in the Ka losing its home, and their chances at living eternally would be greatly diminished. So, you gotta do it up right.
Fair enough.
Fill those lungs with sawdust.
That sounds.
I don't know if that's.
To be honest, that sounds really awful.
I mean, you're not alive when it happens, so.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Whoop! Wrong account name. Oops! Just outed yourself. Okay, so. Okay, just kind of back again. That's just I'm out of the folklore kind of section here. So there's I think there's also something in Roman Greek mythology. I do not have that down, but you're officially my Latin guy. So if you find something, send it my way. So again, back to just like kind of doppelgangers, like in more modern thing, is kind of like it would appear in like the corner of your eye or behind you in a mirror kind of thing. Or just maybe even just like bump into them in public. Like it's kind of just however the fuck. Like sometimes the other people even see it. Like it's not you that sees it, it's somebody else sees it while you are somewhere else. So like you're in two completely different. You're somewhere else, but somebody is over here and
somebody
sees
is
you
somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly, that kind of shit. So just around. I don't really know. It's just most of the time it kind of seems like it's just like it's. I mean, I don't really see it as being like an omen of death. In really, it all the stories. It was just like it was kind of spooky. Like everything that I saw, maybe. I mean, I guess maybe some of the historic ones are a little bit different. Well, fuck it, we'll get into it eventually. God damn it. I did also have this one mention of like sometimes like they do that thing where you would see somebody that like a loved one or like a pet or something, and they're just like wandering off into the woods, and you're like, hey motherfucker, get back here. And you go chase them into the woods and you go missing. That kind of thing is also implied here, but like I'm only seeing that in like a couple of places, not like
On the thread.
Hello?
I'm here. Hi.
Okay, hi.
On the thread of them of coming face to face and it being an omen of death, I've got a couple of stories. The first of which involves our good friend Honest Abe. He is said to have come face to face with what he believed was his doppelganger. I keep saying doppelganger.
Doppelganger?
Okay,
yeah,
doppelganger.
I'm kind of into it.
He's a doppelgamer.
It's
so when you see somebody
that has the exact same skin as you in game and
the same name,
very similar gamer tag, and you play like very similar like ways. But if they're always like one kill ahead of you, you're always like, I gotta come back and get this motherfucker, but he gets you one more time.
I gotta get this doppelganger.
You just keep coming back and going to the same spot because he's right there, but he keeps fucking getting you.
I've never had
What's up, doppelgamers? Oh, excellent. God damn it.
Check out our doppelgamers Twitch.
The omen of a loss in a game.
We're on to something new here. Doppelgangers for the 21st century. So anyway, back to Honest Abe. He saw his reflection doubled in a mirror in 1860, not once, but 3 different times. He went on to tell his wife that these visions meant that he would serve 2 terms as president, but would die before completing his 2nd term. And as we all know, Honest Abe would serve as president from 1861 to 1865, when he was ultimately ended at the Ford's Theater by the gun of John Wilkes Booth. Also on that thread, that the death via doppelganger, there's a Catherine the Great, an 18th century Russian empress who reigned from 1762 to 1796. She allegedly came face to face with her doppelganger one night when her servants woke her up, saying that they saw her just enter the throne room and take a seat. Apparently, this didn't bother her, and she just casually checked it out. Seeing herself sitting on the throne, she instructed her guards to shoot the imposter. The effects of the bullets are unknown, though.
So it could have just been a person.
She died. I forgot. I don't know how she died. I meant to look it up, but I forgot to add this in my notes. She died later.
How much time
weeks.
had passed? Was it like 20 years later she died?
Weeks.
Okay.
Weeks later.
I mean, if it was like that
18th
night,
century,
like,
I don't know,
and they
man.
found her full of bullet holes, you know, something weird like that. I was like, okay, you got me, but like that just seems like they just like killed
Thomas
the woman
says 2 weeks
she
later.
happened to die.
I'm going with 2 weeks.
I think 2 weeks. Okay. Interesting.
I've got more. Some doppelgangers are often known to give malicious or just plain bad advice. According to some myths, they're more akin to an evil twin. They're who are actively trying to ruin your life. Some of the earliest references of doppelgangers, which are found in the Zurvanite branch of Zoroastrianism. Doppelgangers are the concept of manifesting duality, good versus evil, light versus dark, etc., etc.
The duality of the doppelganger, yes.
Did we talk about... Yeah, maybe not. Did we talk about this?
We've talked about anything
coming
yet.
in
We're just
indirect, like not coming directly in contact with your doppelganger, but somebody else seeing it having an ill effect on you. No.
Ooh, no. I didn't mention that. No, I said something. We talked about like a little bit like so other people could see it, but not that would affect you.
Yes. So in some instances, if somebody close to you spots your doppelganger, that could mean that you're very sick or going to get very sick. This sentiment is often accredited to Linda Derry, the site director at the Old Kahawaba Ghost Town in Alabama, and a curator for folklore originating in the region. This is something that I kind of tied to the fetch, where it was like a shadow resembling a living person, even like down to their clothing. If the shadow was seen by a close friend or family member, it would like fade away. But yeah, like you said, if it was seen in the morning, it was good. But if you saw it at night, it would probably kill you. But
okay,
especially if you're already ill, it's not good to see a shadow of the person that is ill.
That's weird too, though. It's like, how do you see a shadow and be like, oh, that's so and so,
Johnny?
Is it like is it like physically a shadow, or is it just like a shadowy silhouette of?
I would
something?
assume like more like a apparition. Apparition-y.
So it is something that is like physically standing there, not like it is a shadow cast on the ground.
Yeah, like a transparent person.
Okay. Hey Bailey, how's it going?
Howdy.
Okay, I was just picturing like a shadow. I was like, how the fuck you know like what a shadow is? Like, how you know who that is? But I guess that makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, I mean, as much as it can.
Yeah, I'm gonna say exactly.
I can't say a ton, but
Bailey, I am good.
I am also good.
I'm
Connor's
2 chalices deep.
2 chalices. Is that the plural of chalice?
Chalices?
I like chalices. It kind of sounds like fallacies.
Chalice.
Chaloose.
Dastardly Duck Dan is Thomas? I had no idea.
Okay.
Connecting dots here.
I did not do bean juice shots at the beginning. How dare you? I did not.
You have to watch back for the bean juice shots.
You'll never see it. Oh, drunk Connor? It's just all right. Where are you done with that one? Where are you at? Keep going. I don't know what I'm doing here.
I don't know what I'm doing either. Okay. Native Americans, like the Hopi Indians. Wait, are they still the Hopi Indians? If you say the Hopi Native Americans?
Yeah, I don't know. The
Hopi people
Stop. The Hopi. Stop. Just the Hopi.
Oh, the Hopi
Maybe
also had doppelgangers.
So.
They're native to the Americans. They saw these doppelgangers as like evil doubles, where the good double would live in the upper world and the evil one would like be from the underworld and somehow make its way up into the upper world and then meet and be bad.
Okay.
Yep.
So when you meet, it's just that.
I hope you've got more notes. I have blown through.
No, my content is my father-in-law texting me a fucking picture of SpongeBob and saying it's my doppelganger.
SpongeBob.
He's just fucking roasting me while I'm live. Uh-oh. What's wrong with my computer?
The man that packs can't find any creature fitting the description in Roman mythology. But there's mention of them in the Bible. I did see a link that said something about the Bible, but then I didn't open it. Sorry, I'm adding more alcohol to my beverage.
Oh, that's exactly what you need.
Yeah.
All right, Connor. You already forgot where you were at in your notes.
I did
Add
not
more
forget.
Alcohol and get... Okay, then go.
Easy, buddy. This isn't really This isn't really a story. More of a theory on what a doppelganger could be.
I got a lot of those. Go for it.
Okay, let's start out here. My favorite one is the theory of the doppelganger phenomenon being the result of a multiverse, where there's an infinite number of parallel universes, according to quantum mechanics. So, I mean, with that comes the possibility of an infinite number of yous and me's.
Okay. Us's, if you will.
I need more Red Bull. Woo!
You add more fucking vodka to it just to make it so you're taking shots? Oh
Pretty
my
much.
god, the look on your face was fucking gold. Oh,
is it warm in here?
Oh
kind of
god.
warm in here. Yeah, I don't. I wish I
Is
could
it warm in
explain.
here?
I wish I could explain quantum mechanics more and understand this.
I would love to hear Drunk Connor explain quantum mechanics, but maybe that's a conversation for another day.
You don't want that. Quantum entanglement. That's all I got.
Okay.
So like the I think it has been proven that quantum entanglement exists, which is like a force that acts on two particles in two different places at the exact same time, and it might be like subparticles.
Okay.
It might not be like
quarks.
Yeah,
and then you're talking about like Schrodinger's fucking box and shit at this point. So like it behaves in a way only when you like
look at
witness it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some bullshit that's really, really fuzzy, and I am not educated, so listening to me explain it would be bad, but yeah. It's
Yes.
I'm not that smart, so it confuses the hell out of me.
Google it, I don't know. What's going on over here in chat?
It's fucking popping off still. Good lord. Connor, we've tried to get back on track 4 times.
What do you mean? I've burned through all my notes. I'm waiting for you to.
That's everything. All right, sick. You were talking about the quantum entanglement. I mean, if we're talking about like,
I do have one more story.
Like, okay, yeah, dude, let's go do stories. We'll finish the stories. I got a whole ass bit on explanations. We'll get into after we do all the stories. Finish your stories. I'll hit mine.
Really, guys, there are better podcasts out there than this. Woo. This probably should have been right off the rip story, but it's the story of Emily Sagui. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. She was a French person. Anyway, the Dark Histories podcast, which I believe I've listened to, but I haven't listened to the episode on this, but they did do a write-up in tandem with the
With the
podcast.
episode? Okay.
And I was reading through that, and it's got a lot that goes into like if it even fucking happened. But
Okay.
the link will be in the description of the final episode. So if you're on YouTube, sorry.
It's not here now.
It's not
for
there.
the live people, but yeah, when you're listening back, we'll have it. We'll have it in the description.
So the story was told in 1860 by Robert Dale Owen, and it goes a little something like this. Emily Segee was an ordinary school teacher. She was attractive and diligent, according to this account.
I
didn't say it. All right. She upheld her positive reputation. However, something was a bit off about Emily. First off, she had over 19 teaching jobs within just 16 years, but was still somehow regarded as a very good teacher. And secondly, and even more unusual, was that one day, while the 32-year-old was teaching at an elite boarding school, her class of 17 girls were watching Miss Segee writing on the chalkboard when suddenly an entity appeared right beside her. It was allegedly mocking her, imitating her movements. While everyone in the class could see the doppelganger, Emily could not. This was the first of many times where a doppelganger would make an appearance. It would be seen frequently by others in the school, sitting beside her while she was eating, imitating her while she was doing her like daily work, sitting in class, and so on and so forth. The most talked about sighting was when she was seen gardening by a class of 42 girls while they were learning sewing. When the class supervisor walked out, Emily walked in and took her spot. Not unusual for the class, but when they noticed that one of the Emilys was still out in the garden doing work, the other one was sitting in their classroom. That's odd, but some of the girls got the courage to try and touch the doppelganger that was apparently sitting at the head of their class. But their hands would only pass through this Emily with the sense of what seemed like a, quote, bulk of cobweb. When Emily was approached about the doppelganger, she denied that she had ever seen it, but said that this twin of hers was ruining her life and was the reason she was asked to leave all of her previous jobs and would soon be the reason she lost this job as well. Parents started taking their kids out of classes, and the principal finally let her go, despite her diligent nature and capabilities as a teacher. She was the best teacher! Emily!
This is the most passionate I've ever heard Connor about anything.
Oh, that's so strong. Woo!
Oh, no.
2 Red Bulls in. Emily, I love you! My wife's not home. She'd probably think this is weird.
That is unfortunate. I mean, I do feel bad, like, if that is you know what I mean? Okay, alternatively, it's just, she has a twin sister who's a bitch and just follows her everywhere, and she's just around. Okay, no, okay, so what I'm most confused about is there's a class of all these people, and they're inside.
Yes.
And then the one guy comes in, so then Emily comes inside, but it wasn't the real Emily, it was the doppelganger Emily?
Yeah, the doppelganger just
Why is the
by.
actual teacher outside gardening and she sends her doppelganger in to do her job for her? I call bullshit. She's not a good teacher. I've changed my mind. I no longer feel bad for Emily.
Levi, my wife is not home, so she will not be able to slam a chair on my head on stream, at least.
Yeah, it'll be post-stream.
Maybe I'll get a video for the OnlyFans.
Well, we can put it in the Patreon too.
Yeah. You gotta pay for the
for watching Connor take a chair to the head. That's okay, but really though, that one is like that big story of like there is, in this instance, there is 42 people that see the shit happen. But like the thing that kind of gets me weird too is they physically try to touch her, and it was a bulk of cobwebs. Is that what was described as? That's fucking, that right there is kind of a
I can feel that.
I've never heard that before, but like I can feel that, and I do not like that.
Also, my son is gone, Levi. I'm safe. The windows aren't even open. The neighbors can't hear me screaming, probably.
Certainly they can. What do you mean?
They
could hear you screaming when we were playing video games last night.
1 a.m.
Yeah.
Maybe. They probably can't hear over their goddamn TV. That's so fucking loud. Tina, turn it down!
I really hope she heard that.
I don't have a neighbor named Tina.
Damn
It
it.
was just a bit.
Oh, damn it. I thought you were off the rails. Good. All right.
What do you got for me, Jacob? Because my notes are depleted.
All right, good. Okay. I mean, okay, a lot of it is kind of bullshit. So I read like a couple dozen other ones where you have like a couple of paragraphs of text that's the story, just for the main bit of it to be. I think I talked to you about this already. Just like my husband sat in the driveway for like 20 minutes in his car, like fiddling around before he left for work. And I asked him about it when he got home. He looked at me like I was crazy. He said he pulled out of the driveway right away, and like that was fucking it. Like that was all. I don't fucking understand. So I just don't know.
Levi, did you delete this comment? Hold on.
No.
It says message retracted. I don't want it to be retracted.
Maybe
unfiltered.
Maybe he typed it like that, or maybe he removed it himself.
I would be impressed. I don't know. How do you do that? Copy pasta. Doesn't look the same. I'm calling BS. What kind of shit are you trying to pull here, Levi?
Make it italicized.
I don't know how to do that.
Try putting it within carrots or something.
Oh, he said it's... See, I can see that the second time he posted it.
Oh, no. It's because he spelled doxes with 2 X. You can't use the word dox. We're probably going to get fucking cut down. YouTube's going to shut us down because I said that now. But it's pulling that from... Okay, got it.
Okay. Thanks for clearing that up.
I think that's the issue there. Cool. That was confusing. Thank you. All right. So I did grab this one here from truehorrorstoriesoftexas.com. They have a couple dozen other ones, like I mentioned, maybe not a dozen, there's like maybe 6 or 7 on there. So quote, "This happened when I was 11 years old back in San Benito, Texas. My older sister was supposed to be doing dishes, but convinced me to wash them instead. So when I finished to get back at her, I decided to scare her. This is when things got strange. Well, I heard her and saw her in the bedroom, so I put some clothes on a hanger in the closet and counted to 3 in my head and jumped out to scare her, and she had an expressionless look on her face. I don't know what made me look to the side, but as I did, I saw my sister hanging up clothes on a clothesline outside. I ran for my life outside and told her what happened." And that's the end of the story. But that's literally like everything I'm finding is like that. Otherwise, the articles, it's like, again, it's this Abraham Lincoln story. You got then you start getting the like celebrity time traveler articles where it's like, oh, look at this guy who lived in 1218. He looks just like Johnny Depp. Like, it's just that shit over and over and over. And I'm like,
yeah,
on,
or that photo of the man
here,
from
guys.
1870 that looks exactly like Nicolas Cage.
Okay, but that's clearly just Nicolas Cage. Like,
yeah,
we're going to be honest with that. Yes, Nicolas Cage is the one. So
also Keanu Reeves.
Okay, I love Keanu Reeves.
There's a whole section I'm just blowing through nonchalantly.
Just naming celebrities, just name dropping celebrities for no reason.
Yep. Taylor Swift and any blonde girl. Doppelganger.
Right. Fucking A, dude. Oh, good. This is good. I'm having a good time, Connor. Are you having a good time?
I'm fine. Why? What's up?
No, I'm just asking if
we're
you're having a good time.
We're learning about doppelgangers today.
All right. So I do have okay. So I have how to tell if someone is a doppelganger, Connor, according to Paranormal Authority, who is obviously the authority in all things paranormal. So from the article, "What is a doppelganger?" They have this list here of 5 items. So the first one is the person doesn't speak or lift up objects. Though there have been cases where doppelgangers are powerful enough to do this, like most people can, the vast majority of them don't have the ability to speak or move objects on their own.
Hey,
The second one.
Greg, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate that.
Hey, thank you. Second one, you know that the person they are mimicking isn't around. If you know for a fact that your friend is overseas, yet you see them right in front of you, something is up. Number 3, they don't quite look right. Many reports of doppelgangers mentioned that there's always something slightly different about the twin. Oftentimes they have darker eyes or look sickly or are wearing clothes that the actual person doesn't own. If something doesn't quite look right, it could be a doppelganger. They got a bear.
That boy just ain't right.
That boy ain't right. They don't act right. Is the next one, Connor. Doppelgangers are often described
the real
as
Connor here.
Odd or sinister in their behavior. And the final one is something doesn't feel normal or good about the interaction. Sometimes you really can't tell that you're dealing with a doppelganger, except the fact that you feel very uneasy about the interaction. Trust your gut.
Yoshi was here, says, I've never seen you in that shirt. You're not the real Connor. Fucking bullshit. I wear this sweatshirt every goddamn time we stream.
You know what, Connor?
It's a Counting Cryptids
Your
sweatshirt,
hair,
and you can't
your
even
hair.
see it. I did get it cut recently.
See, the real Connor would never cut his hair.
You're actually right. It's
Thumbs
not
up.
me.
Okay, I forgot to do this part earlier, so I had mentioned at the beginning briefly, like, hey, like sometimes you can see him like behind you in a mirror. But real quick, wanted to touch on this. Doppelgangers that appear as real life people, like you see them with your eyes, not in a mirror. They do not have a reflection in a mirror, like a vampire. But the opposite is also true. So if you see them in the mirror, they do not exist physically outside of the mirror. Does that make sense? I mean, no, but does that make sense?
Yes.
Good
I
fucking
understand.
God. Okay.
If he exists within the mirror, then that's the only place that he exists.
I that is what I am hearing. That is what I am reading. So
yeah, I'm here.
We feel like we go down this road a lot, but like, is there a case for those two being two separate entities?
Off screen is not where the booze is. It's right here, in my hand. And I don't have a good argument for it not being the real me. I don't normally have weekends off. I don't normally drink.
Forcibly changes places with you in the mirror. Fuck
Ooh.
no. Yo, Tito's plug. If Tito's wanted to sponsor an episode, that would be fat.
I do drink an amount of Tito's. Or alternatively, Hawaiian Punch.
Hawaiian Punch also fucking slaps, so let's be real. So let me see here. Oh yeah, so again, again, a lot of this is shit. There's a lot of like fucking fourth-hand accounts of like a man who claimed that he walked past himself on a sidewalk and 8 years later walked past himself in the other direction, like he was completing the cycle of the version of himself walking past himself 8 years prior. Or like there was another one. There's another one. It was like a woman was like on her way home from work, and when she got home, her kid was freaked out because she'd already come home like 5 minutes earlier. She had gotten home and like gone into the bedroom or like the bathroom or something, and then was just like still in there, and then came in the front door again. It's that kind of stuff, and it's paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs for that being like the part of the story that I want. So like I didn't put a lot of those in. Sorry. I swear I got another one in here, but I'm going to hit this other one because I don't know where else I'm going to put it. So this one's fun. I like this, Connor. I briefly mentioned it to you, but I did not. I mean, I just mentioned the article name to you. I didn't actually like tell you about it. So this one, real fun. I found this on ymlp.com. So this website was run, I suppose, a woman named Rosemary Ellen Gooley. I don't think the website's been touched since like 2013, maybe 2014. Looks like she got a new website now, visionaryliving.com. But she does like all these, she does all this paranormal and that kind of the psychic kind of stuff, but I happened upon this website that is very, very, very outdated. In 2013, it was outdated, where there was a question of do animals astral travel or have doppelgangers?
All dogs look the same. What are you talking about?
So I'm just going to read this off of her website here. So the following inquiry comes from paranormal investigator and author Cheryl Alcipi, co-founder of ALKO PSI, a paranormal supernatural research team. So the question is not actually a question, but about 10 years ago, we had a puppy. She was about 4 or 5 months old at the time. Since I was trying to get her sleeping on her pillow, I had her in the spare room and was sleeping in the extra bedroom in there so as to not bother my husband, Joe, during the night if he needed to go out. My bed was in the middle of the room at the outside wall. Her pillow was on the right-hand corner of the opposite wall, the inside wall I was facing, and that side of the bed she was sleeping facing the closet. Sometime during the night, I awoke to the sound of her collar tags jingling. So the dog's in another room.
The dog is in the room with her, correct?
No. I believe she is in a different room.
I thought she was staying in the room with the dog so that it wouldn't wake up her husband.
In the spare room and
the dog in the guest room. It was the same thing.
Okay, so apparently she is in the same room as the dog.
That's what
Sometime during the night, I awoke to the sound of her collar jingling. I was definitely awake, but only opened my eyes partially and looked straight out towards the closet door. I could see her sitting there right beside my bed. I opened my eyes a little more. She was transparent, but it was definitely her. She was looking towards the bottom of the bed into the right corner of the opposite wall where the pillow was. While I was watching her, I again heard the tags jingle and the sound came from the pillow area. She responded to this, but tilted her head curiously while looking in that direction. Then she disappeared, just vanished. I lifted up my head a little and looked over at the pillow, and she was lying there, sleeping. I suppose that this could be considered astral travel or out-of-body experience for her, but I have never encountered this before or since, is the question here. So she woke up and saw her dog and fell asleep for a minute and woke up, and the dog was asleep on the pillow. But maybe the dog was astral projecting or had a doppelganger.
Maybe she was dreaming that the dog was doing what the dog was doing.
So the answer here from this Rosemary Ellen Gooley here is...
tell me, Rosemary. I need to know. Can they astral travel?
The doppelganger or exact duplicate has been well documented for people in folklore and physical research literature. And the physical research literature also, although often considered a harbinger of doom or death, the doppelganger can be aimless. That is, without apparent purpose, just momentarily glimpsed. Sometimes the doppelganger is semi-transparent, and sometimes it is solid and flesh-like. But no one knows exactly what causes a doppelganger to project spontaneously from a person. Deliberate projection is sometimes called biolocation, and an ability usually attributed to mystics, saints, and adepts. Anyone, however, can learn to project out of body through spiritual study. Doppelgangers of living animals have been reported in physical research literature as well. They're much rarer sightings than humans. The phenomenon is still reported, and they go on to mention these two other accounts. So the account one, I have a cat who is the queen of the house. My mom and I simply adore her. For a while now, though, we keep seeing her in places where she isn't. For example, I can be in the kitchen and I see her walk out of the corner of my eye, but it's clearly a cat shape, and she pads away and her tail up high. She's very vocal, so we talk to her a lot. And in return, so I greet her, wondering what she's up to. And when I turn to look, there's nothing. I ask my mom if she's with her, and the answer is yes, she's sleeping in her bed. Things like that have been happening to the two of us for a while now, but I'm not sure what it can be. A doppelganger? Animals have those? Question mark. Account two, the same thing happened at my house with my dog. I'll see my dog walk by the hallway a lot, and it'll be lying in its bed or nowhere near. I saw it walk by. I'm not the only one who's happened to in my house with my dog. Again, so this is still from that article. It's interesting to note that in all 3 accounts, the animals were sleeping when the double was seen. Humans can project out of body during sleep, and apparently animals can do so as well. Not a common occurrence. So yeah,
Somebody's
ghost
at my
fucking
door.
cat.
Ghost cat.
This is
I'll be right back.
This is just, yeah, go check this out. But this is just my fucking ghost cat story. Like, I've talked about this on the show a few times. I'm not gonna fucking do it because officially I talked about it at the end of the Listener Encounters episode that we did last time. So if you haven't heard the story, you can go and listen to that episode for the scoop. But in the meantime, it's like basically the same thing. It's like, hey, there's a cat here. Wait, nope, it actually wasn't fucking anything. But like, I'm definitely sure that there was a cat there. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. Again, chat, I've talked about this kind of at, I don't know, probably a number of times at this point. Let me see. Who is at Connor's house? Are we taking bets? Did his kid return? Is there random kids looking for his kid? Good God, what in the world am I missing over here in chat? Doppelganger is just a weak/thin spot between parallel universe. Okay, I'm into it. Are you sure you don't have a stray cat in your house? God damn it. Post a picture in Discord that explains the issue, huh? Okay, so I'm assuming these are outdoor cats is the issue with this. They're somehow just never in the same room for 5 years.
What? A stray cat?
Bro,
You didn't know was in your house?
He just posted some shit in Discord that just blew my fucking mind. You gotta check that shit out when you got a second. Okay, so yes, ghost cat is what we're talking about here. Again, if you haven't, I officially talked about it at the end of the Listener Encounters episode. So if you wanted to check it out, great, go for it. Otherwise, it's just like, yeah, there's a cat there, but it's not actually there. Like, the cat's accounted for somewhere else. But like, I heard a cat, I see a cat. All right, so since we recorded that episode, and for the first time since I have been in this house, so it's been like 3 years, I believe that I had an experience with Ghost Cat like a week ago. So I woke up at like 3 a.m. to one of my cats jumping on me and kind of scurried across the bed. So I'm gonna go lay down. Like, not uncommon. But like, okay. So I'll go back to sleep. I wake up in the morning, kind of laying around. So I'm talking to my wife a little bit, and I was like, oh, by the way, Kevin's in here, the cat. And like, again, not a big deal. It's just not like super. He hasn't really slept with us since we got a dog like 2 years ago. The dog's like, she was a lot at first, but now she's like trying to like cuddle with him, and he's too much. He's not into it, so he just kind of fucks off. And then he wants out of the room. I got to get up and open the door. Just fucking shut him out of there. It's a lot easier sometimes. So I was like, hey, by the way, Kevin's in here. She's like, oh, really? Like, I didn't fucking notice him. I was like, yeah, okay. So I got up to start my day. I opened my bedroom door, and he's just sitting at the end of the hallway. So he was not in the bedroom. While he was asleep, he was also in my bedroom. Was Ghost Cat just Kevin astral projecting the whole time?
Excuse me, Emo Cat? You had to chop a leg off of your cat to slow him down. Your cat was too quick, so you chopped his leg off. Elaborate, please.
Hold up. Kevin's over here.
Whoa.
Sorry.
We're going on a journey. Hello,
There's
Kevin.
a bunch of blankets on the floor. That one's Kevin. But he's asleep right now. So where is Ghost Cat?
Kevin!
Where?
Behind you?
No, that's Pixel behind me. It's not Ghost.
Oh, he
She's sitting
is
up
behind
fucking
it.
looking though. She's just right there.
You gotta angle
I gotta
it
move camera shit.
over yonder.
I'm trying. It's just delayed.
Rowley?
She's just sitting there in a dark shadow. She looks spooky. Fuck it. All right, now that my camera's sufficiently fucked up.
So it's cat time. Fuck them. Fuck the podcast for doing cats now.
So I don't know. Again, it's just like, this is something that has like, as soon as it's too dark to see, but I believe she's there. Yeah, thanks. But again, like, as soon as I saw like this article, like, do they do this? I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna look at this for shits and giggles. But as soon as I read it, I was like, okay, like, this kind of actually fits my exact description of my situation. Like, pretty sure that I saw a cat cat just rubbed on me, but he's asleep on the chair, so it definitely wasn't him. So it's that kind of weird shit. I don't know. Again, felt like also coming off of that being the last episode, that was kind of a good tie-in to include here. All right, where am I at now in my notes, Connor?
I don't.
Oh,
you didn't post
good.
your notes in the Discord, so I have no idea.
Oh, I know. I'm just speaking to kill time because, you know.
Chamomile Cat, are you playing Phasmophobia and watching this stream at the same time? I see you over here in the Discord playing Phasmophobia. Impressive.
Yes.
Impressive. Not even mad about it. Carry on.
All right, so I'm on to some explanations now. You touched on these briefly earlier with some quantum entanglement theories. And while you were gone, chat was speculating similarly. So I saw everything from spiritual copies to demonic twins, shapeshifters, to it just being that person from an alternate reality kind of blinking into ours for a moment, or literally like you from the future, which is kind of something I used to think about when I was a kid a lot. That's
weird.
Really remember. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you just be like, yeah, like someday I'm just gonna like bump into my future self, and like, you know what I mean? He's gonna tell me some things, and then that's when I grow up. That's
Boy, where is that in my life? I'm 29 years old. I could go for anybody in the future. Old man Jenkins is gonna come down the fucking alley and be like, "Hey, bud, life's gonna get a hell of a lot better."
I told you nothing good would come from you city folk and your flying machines.
So, you know, I don't know, but I used to think that this podcast used to be about doppelgangers. Easy there, Greg. So I don't know. I used to think about that a lot. So another big one that they mentioned when they're talking about explanations is hallucinations, likely triggered by health issues, specifically schizophrenia and brain tumors. There are other conditions that can cause these hallucinations as well. Is known as hiatoscopy. I'm not a doctor. Yeah, so it is also common in people with epilepsy, especially right before they are about to have a seizure. The article I was reading then cited an example from '94 where a 21-year-old man who was already being treated for seizures but was off his meds witnessed himself in his own bed, then switch places with himself in the bed and can see himself standing over himself, looking down on him, but is unable to move while he is lying down. He then switches bodies a few more times, seeing himself from the other perspective before eventually he jumps out of a window to try and, quote, find a match between body and self. Was that a Death Cab song? I guess while he's being examined for his injuries from jumping out the window, they discover a brain tumor on his left temporal lobe. Once the tumor is removed, seizures and hallucinations stop entirely. So again, like this being said, it's not only people with health issues that are experiencing this. In fact, I even read that according to one Lee Roberts, it is more common for people without health issues to experience this. And it is most common in people aged 20 to 40, because stress and lack of sleep, because they go to clubs and things. Lack of sleep and hallucinations.
Direct quote?
I am paraphrasing, but clubs was mentioned as part of the reason why people in the age of 20 to 40 don't get enough sleep.
Fun fact, tumors are like permanent LSD trips.
All right. So let me see. Again, okay. So lack of sleep can cause severe hallucination, and it's like you get some crazy shit going. I was under the impression that that is a pretty severe level of sleep deprivation that you would have to be in before you get to that point. And a lot of this came from someone whose name was Professor French. So take that with a grain of salt. He sounded fake as fuck, but he had some pretty legit credentials next to his name. If you're making up a doctor, you can make up credentials, but like Professor French, like I don't know. He then went down a rabbit hole about memory and how easy it is to create false memories and trick yourself into thinking something that thinking you saw something that didn't happen, or however. I know we've talked about this a couple times. I don't want to go too far down that one, but again, in short, like it's the kind of thing of like, if you think about something like, say, an event, you don't actually remember the event, you remember the last time you thought about the event. So if this stuff being brought up in like this is like issues in court and crimes, it's like eyewitness accountability is, or like the testimony is not like as reliable as you would like it to think.
Yeah,
like
shit.
especially us fucking weirdos who like literally just rely on, be like, well, this one guy said that he saw his sister and he tried to scare her, but it wasn't his sister, she was outside hanging clothes. You know what I mean? The whole thing, we gotta just like leave it for eyewitness testimony, but that's all we got.
Yeah, was other than like a camera on what happened.
There's also medieval peasant diet, which contained many hallucinogens. Okay, I think we've talked about this a little bit before too. I think there was some speculation that was, yeah, the ergot poisoning with the Salem witch trials. There was some speculation that there was like some very wet year prior or something. So there was like this mold that grows on the wheat, and ergot, and you eat that, and then the people just trip balls and be like, no, the bitch turned me into a frog, and then they burned her. So maybe also a possibility. I don't know. There's a lot of ways that people can fucking hallucinate, apparently. So I also saw one person claim that nobody who had come into contact with one of their doubles had attempted to communicate with it and suggested it was probably out of fear. I feel like we had already talked about people who were trying to do this, and we talked about the kids that were trying to touch it and stuff. But like, surely there's been enough of this. Like, surely someone's just been like, "Hey, oh, bitch," to themselves just to see. Like,
what up with that ass?
Literally go and fuck yourself, Connor. So of course, again, you have thousands of photos online of just everyday people who happen to bump into somebody who looks exactly like them. It's not a hallucination, you have a photo of it. I don't think it's paranormal in nature. It just happens to be that, like, oh, this girl looks just like fucking Susie or whoever the fuck. Like, it's just a guy. Like, even if a metaphysical doppelganger doesn't exist, there is bound to be a few flesh and blood humans that look almost exactly like you. There's 7-8 billion people.
There's a lot of people.
It's a lot of fucking people. I wonder, is there one person in the world that actually... No, that's not even that many. That means there's tons of people exactly like you.
That's what I'm saying. 1 in a million. Isn't that odd?
I think I have weird genetics that make me technically different, but I don't want to be like, I'm a snowflake. So I think I'm done with my notes here. So if you happen to, I've mentioned this kind of before, like if nobody said anything to him or confronted him, if you happen to see a doppelganger of yourself, I need you to do a couple of things for me here. The first of which is try to communicate with it, maybe, perchance, hey. 2, after the fact, contact us, let us know. Did you try to communicate it? What happened?
Did you touch it and it felt like a thing of webs?
A bulk of cobwebs. And 3 is maybe go see a doctor and get a brain scan. Like, I don't think you're crazy, but like there's
confirmation though,
No, I'm saying there's a chance like you could have a brain tumor and take care of yourself.
I'm a tumor.
Connor, I have one final question for you.
What is it?
I think it's a good one, but I need you to think about it for a second here,
I'm thinking already.
Connor, how would you defeat your doppelganger?
Oh, fuck.
What is your weakness? What is your weakness?
I have so many weaknesses. You could go for a mental attack, really just break myself down. Wouldn't be very hard. Physically, I'm not very strong. Maybe like a lead pipe to the kneecap really put me out of my misery. Pow!
That's funny you say knees. So my first thought was also go for the knees, because I'm tall, and you gotta that's when you
taller they are, the harder they fall.
Yeah, exactly. So my first thought was go to the knees, but then the more I think about it, I think the actual answer is just sit back and do nothing and let my doppelganger defeat itself.
You're gonna fuck yourself up.
This may only make sense to you because I play a lot of video games with you, but I am my own worst enemy. Like, I think if I just fucking do nothing, I'm better off. So that's where I'm at here.
Yeah. I mean, if they're doing the exact opposite of me, though, I might be the doppelganger. I might be the one doing the negative things to fuck with my life.
You're the evil twin?
I am the evil twin.
fuck.
Why are you fighting your doppelganger?
It's a hypothetical. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, his options were fight it or fuck it. So.
Are they your tether?
Are they your God? I don't fucking know. I'm yeah, like evil twin. I don't know. Obviously.
Obviously, fuck.
I
guess. I
mean,
you've never met your doppelganger, or had anybody be like, "Hey, I met your doppelganger."
me?
Correct? Yes.
So way the fuck back in the day. Oh boy, this is to explain some parts of my life that are embarrassing. So
Yes.
who remembers MySpace?
I do, very much so.
All right, so that was a thing
Tom.
that people liked. Yeah, for a while, you know, social media. So that was a thing that I was on for a while in my youth. So there was some guy who also was named Jacob who lived in like northeastern Iowa who like was also like part of the music scene over there and also had like red hair and just like everything was like the fucking same. And so like I met somebody who like knew him and was like, yeah, I know you, right? I was like, nah. Like, yeah, like I met you at the show. I was like, nah, that wasn't me. And then like come find out a couple months later, it's like, oh, this is just like some other guy who is very similar to me. Like he had like brown eyes, but like it was actually kind of like surprisingly like, oh, cool. Like, oh, you have that Norma Jean shirt. I have that same fucking Norma Jean shirt. Like, what is this shit? So it was like it was some weird stuff. But,
did you fuck?
No, I didn't. I did not. I've never met him. He added me on because it was like somebody I like met like on social media, you know. So it was like then they like I don't know, somebody like he then got into contact with me like, yo, who the fuck are you kind of thing. I was like, oh, so we like chatted a bit and it was fucking weird. But like, yeah, some dude in like northern Iowa, like 2.5 or like 2 hours away from me. It was weird.
And you didn't fuck him.
I did not. No,
damn
I didn't
shame.
meet him. I didn't meet him. He just hit me up online. And maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe I was just randomly being catfished by somebody who's like, haha, I found a picture of a ginger. I don't know what the deal is here, but whatever it is.
Generic ginger photo.
Yeah, literally. That's all
you just typed in ginger into the stock photo files and
I found out that it's like I watched like a documentary about
go off.
People really don't like gingers in some places.
Oh,
I did not know that was a thing. Yeah, people are just like, nah, you're gross. I hate it.
You're oppressed.
Huh. I'm not. Nobody has ever been like, there's like one kid ever, but it was like a kid I was friends with who just like talked bad shit just because of South Park, you know? It was like a whole thing with like that South Park episode, like the gingers, but then like
it's fairly commonly known that everybody knows you don't have a soul, but
yeah, exactly.
Other than that, what else is there to go at?
I'm saying.
I mean, you got freckles, bitch.
Yeah, right.
How's the sun, motherfucker?
It's a bitch, I tell you that.
I was leading you to that question because I wanted to say that on multiple occasions, people have told me, people I literally have never met have been like, hey, I saw you at a fucking show one time. I'm like, I don't even know who you are. This is the first time I've ever seen you in my life. And you're telling me that this other guy looks like me? Like, who the fuck does that? Specifically at work. Like, I'm working, and they're like,
I mean,
hey, were you at 515 Alive? And I'm like, nope, I was here, bro. Like,
there's just some other dude with really long hair, and they're like,
yeah, another blonde guy with long hair.
You know what? Now they're talking about this. It's probably been a year or two, but I was at a grocery store waiting in line, and some dude just like, I was behind us in line or in front of us in line, but he just like started talking to me like he fucking knew me. Never met this man in my life. Yeah, he was like kind of a big dude too, so I was a little just what's up, you know? But
hey,
he was
man.
friendly, so like it was cool. Yeah, but he was a little bit older than me too. He was probably like fucking 40 something. But
like you're also a big dude though.
No, I'm not like scared.
You're not
just like
big, but you're like
he's just like
bigger than I am.
He's just like chatting with me or whatever. And he's like, he's kind of like, you were at like the bar the other day or something. I was like, oh, not me. Like I don't go out. Like cool. And he was like, yeah, like I swear, like I just met you the other day. I was like, I've never met you before in my life, man. Like I'm sorry. Like I do not know you. He's like, I met somebody that just like the ears, like everything. I was like, what do you mean? You know, I don't understand. It's just I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's super weird. And I've met I know of other people that look very similarly to me, but it's not that strange.
Not to the point where it would be like it's like. Okay, like I sent a text the other day, so my wife sent me a screenshot. She's like, "Hey, who does this look like?" And I'm like, "That looks exactly like Andrew. Who the fuck is that?" And she's like, "It's not Andrew." So I sent it to Connor and Andrew, and I was like, "Hey, why the fuck does this guy look exactly like you?" And so Andrew's like, "Thanks, I hate it," but like, he looked just like fucking Andrew. It was weird.
He did look like Andrew.
It happened to come up the same day that we had talked about doing doppelgangers for this episode, but like, yeah, so. It's, a little bit serendipitous there as well, but yeah, it was a thing.
It just needs to be a segment.
My notes have been done for a long time. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
Stop in the dark here, brother.
What else can I tell you?
Everybody's got doppelganger photos. Hit those up in the Discord.
Yeah, we'll share those on stream right now. Okay. All right. I'm waiting.
Probably not gonna happen, but yeah, So
yep. No.
Good
okay.
News.
Good.
News, we can finally do fucking polls, because how long has it been since we've done polls, guys? It's been a while since we've done polls. I don't know, like three episodes or something like that shit here.
Yoshi, you can't say we're just rigging right now. That has a different meaning than riffing. That's not the same thing.
My apologies. So
polls. Here, look, I even got a hold on.
We did Jersey Devil last time. We don't have like results or anything.
I know, but I'm gonna play the thing because it's been a minute and it's really bad.
We have
Nobody else wants to hear it. Yeah. He is a rigger.
There is no music. They cannot. They can hear me. Apparently the results are being calculated, but there are no results.
No results.
Yeah, there was no music playing.
It is what it is. I don't know.
Do not exist because I don't think we haven't had any because the last couple episodes. So I mean, officially, like it's I guess it would be a doppelganger versus the Jersey Devil. How the fuck would you?
No. I want to pose it like this: would your doppelganger defeat the Jersey Devil?
Okay, that's cool. I like that better. Accepting custom write-in answers on the Discord polls only, please.
Please write in your answers. I want to know all of your thoughts.
Okay, but keep in mind, like in this instance of like it's your evil twin. So like there is like I don't know. It's not like I could never hurt the Jersey. Like, oh, this version of you is kind of a dick. You could. So, we'll have to. Oh, good. Greg's already writing his in. Let's go. So we'll. You chew its face off. Oh fuck. Well, whose face is? Wait, who? Is the Jersey Devil chewing your doppelganger's face off, or is it vice versa? Is your doppelganger chewing off the Jersey Devil's face? That's really what I gotta know.
I'm putting the poll in Discord right now.
Okay, poll is being added to Discord as we speak. So my doppelganger is an old man, so Jersey Devil wins. All right, Greg. I like the emoticon you use there for the doppelganger, just little twins. That's funny.
I just typed in twins. Had to do it.
It was already there. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, buddy. Yeah. Okay, buddy. I see what you're doing there. Oh yeah, everybody's got to post photos of their doppelgangers in Discord. You just got that locked and loaded. All right, bud.
I didn't see a not safe for work posting on that one.
It's not too bad. It's fine. All right, so. Oh wait. Dave was continuing to use off Jersey Devil's face. Oh my god. Fucking A. Why don't we do all the recordings at 8 o'clock at night? Shit. All right. Who did you think would win, Connor? Do you think your doppelganger would win?
Surely mine would not.
Jesus Christ. I mean,
I'm assuming that I don't get any weapons. So
the Jersey Devil. if I remember correctly, its legs are kind of bitchy.
Yeah,
Like,
you should go for the legs.
Real fucking easy. See, okay, the problem with going for the legs is it's got like the horse legs, so its knees bend backwards, you know? So you can't like kick its legs in. You have to like come from behind and do that. But like also it has wings, so you have to keep in mind that it has to be able to fly. Well, it has to be able to fly. If it has wings, you know what I'm saying? It flies, it has to be able to fly, which means it's light enough to fly. Which means its bones are hollow.
Yeah, easily breakable.
I don't know.
I could fuck up a bird.
I mean, birds are quick. That's the thing I gotta keep in mind here is like if I don't know how agile it is because it's like a fucking goat. Maybe got horns.
It's kind of disproportional.
I'd like to say I think my doppelganger could do it, but
I think my doppelganger could kick like a chicken. So I feel like there's probably the same kind of flying type deal as a chicken.
No, so it's just like I can get to this tree, but then like I'm falling out of it.
Yeah. Can't sustain the flight for long.
Falling with style.
I feel like mine could win because I'm trained to kill already, so I'm assuming mine would be a murder machine. Okay, Lost Word.
Okay, easy
let me remember that.
Fuck.
Let me remind myself to never get on your bad side because I couldn't find an 8-year-old.
Connor equipped with an AR modified to launch cans of beans. Just use a potato launcher and put beans in there. Well, I am so yeah. So there's got a decent amount of people in the military that we are asking this question to.
Yeah.
And
Hey.
There's going to be a decent amount of people who are.
Happy belated Veterans Day to those that are in the military.
Thank you for your service.
We appreciate that because I'm not built for war.
Because we have fragile hands.
I'm a large bitch.
We're inside children.
Literally. I haven't left my house in days.
What the fuck else do we do at the end of an episode? It's been so long. Good God.
Make sure you go fill out that poll on social media. Whether your doppelganger or the Jersey Devil would win in a fight. Also, subscribe, like, rate, review, wherever you listen to the podcast, whether that be YouTube or a podcatcher. Yep. Levi said it. Patreon.
Yep,
Get the fuck over to patreon.com/Counting Cryptids and become a patron. Like these people. Look, hold on. Jackalopes, Cameleo Cat.
You got a thing for it. Yeah.
I got a thing. Chupacabras. Nathaniel. Bearfax Man / the Yoshi was here. There was another person. Levi Dives?
Yeah, it's Levi.
Levi, the top dono. Thank you all so much for your support.
We got 3 of the 4 in chat, actually. So, thanks,
yeah, Nathaniel is always at work or something.
Yeah, well, he got that new job, too, so he's working later.
Yeah, good for him, though.
Yeah, for real.
Also, if you don't want to use Patreon, but you want to support the show and get something in return, go over to TeePublic, which will be linked in the description. Buy some merch there, because every little bit there helps. Yeah,
get a face mask.
The shirts were hand curated by Jacob himself, and they're great. This is gonna be such a bitch to edit because I'm
uncomfortable. I'm very uncomfortable.
Jacob makes the best merch.
I don't like taking credit for things. I'm very critical of my own doing.
Thomas says that the merch is fire, Jacob.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So on the note of the Patreon, and we have talked about Discord. If you guys want to join the Discord, what's up? There's like, I don't know, we just kind of shoot the shit in here most of the time. There's like fucking 80 people in here just talking shit. A lot of dumb memes, weird shit.
80 might be a stretch.
But either way, I think it's like 70. I don't think 80 is a stretch. It's probably 70. I don't know. Fucking whatever.
Check out these TeePublic designs that Jacob made.
Additionally, you got some up on the screen. Fantastic for those of you watching on the YouTube.
I don't know how to point here.
We're talking. You can't. I have to.
Oh yeah, point.
God, I'm facing another direction. Okay,
yeah, it's hard. It's.
Oh God, it's reverse. Oh boy, it's real bad. Okay, so, Oh yeah, I was talking to there's that special channel for the patrons in Discord.
We finally got ironed out. Thank you, Jacob.
Yes, I was talking about doing some custom emotes for those people specifically too.
I believe you have to have Discord Nitro for that.
Really?
I think so. I clicked on.
I will have to look into it, but I think I can
something.
add. I think I can add up to 50 just as is. So
I wish you would.
Otherwise, I need to get on it. Look, here's the deal. I've been talking to. I think Snake told me about it. Like, somebody told me about it in Discord a while ago. I think it was Snake, but somebody told me about it. And I was like, fuck, I need to do that. But it's been a while, so officially have put it out there. I'm gonna try to do those, but we'll see how that works. I have no idea, so we're going from there. Okay, Can of Beans emote has already been officially requested. Oh, you officially requested it. It was you.
I did it?
No, Levi.
Levi
he said something here. Yeah, we talked about it already.
I would really like that. I would like to be able to reply with a can of beans.
Well, I mean, is there not a can of beans? Son of a bitch, there's not a can of beans.
No can of beans.
If you type can, I mean, there's canned food, but it is not
the same
beans.
thing.
All right. I will have to figure out how to make some beans.
I'm also looking forward to the Gremlin Hours design.
Dude, okay, I have a because Nathaniel officially requested that at one point too, and I don't know. I have a really cool idea, but like it's way more than I don't know. It's I think I'm biting off a bit more than I can chew if I just like dive in on it, and I'm gonna get really burned out. So I think I need to enlist some help from somebody first. Yeah. So I might need help on this one, but I know a couple of people, so this one may not be like done by me, but like don't worry, this one will be sick. If it turns out the way I want it to, this one will be sick. So I have to talk to somebody about it, and I don't know if I have to pay him money, but we'll see.
I will pay somebody money.
Nah, I mean it's my brother, so.
Well, yeah, but I'll pay him money.
I'm gonna talk to my brother and try to fucking do stuff.
I'll let him tattoo my ass if he does it for us.
My brother is a tattoo artist, so I'm gonna have him draw some shit up for me because I have this cool idea in mind, but it's a bit much for what I do. I'm kind of Oh hey, yo, anytime, man. I'm happy to help. And I mean, you thanked me. You sent me a message. You thanked me. It's all good, man.
Also, Yoshi, your hair looks amazing, and your goatee.
Yo, big facts though.
I'm jealous.
I mean, your hair is almost the same. Hey.
But he can grow facial hair, and I cannot.
Oh,
Look at this shit. Nothing.
It's.
Shut up.
It's there.
You can't even see it on stream. What do you mean?
I can see it.
Oh, fuck. We need to wrap this shit up.
Yeah, we do. We're just fucking drunk Connor rambling at this point. That's fine.
I'm not even drunk. I'm great.
That's a fucking lie for starters. But everybody, thank you so much for joining us in chat. Fucking goddamn near 20 of you in here today. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All of you.
Yeah, fuck yes.
Again, all the patrons, everybody fucking in chat, everybody in Discord.
Anybody that's bought merch or downloaded one episode.
Yeah,
thank you.
Listening. Thank you. If you made it this far in. We're around. If you join the Discord, we do make sure that we let everybody know when we're going live and kind of just shoot the shit in there most days. Otherwise, head on over to youtube.com/Counting Cryptids podcast. Hit that subscribe button. And if you hit that bell, I think it lets you know when we go live too.
Yeah, because we never know.
Every 2 weeks, it's roughly every 2 weeks. We're kind of slacking right now just because life has been kind of a pain in the ass. 2020 has been kicking everybody hard, but the last couple of weeks have been, maybe a month or two, have been a little rough. So
keep an eye out for that doppelganger, by the way.
Yeah, you see your doppelganger now that we've talked about it. It's in your mind. You're going to be looking. Let us know. If you happen to, maybe don't just take a picture of them and be like, this guy looks just like me. And be like, nah, how do I know that's not just you? Get a picture with them.
Get a nice recording of a conversation between you and your doppelganger.
I mean,
You
if
got
you
a phone,
you get a
video
picture,
camera.
you know what I mean? You physically touch them. Famous last words, I'm not drunk. Fucking literally. Thank you, Greg.
Greg, I'm fine.
I think we've thanked everybody. If I forgot, I'm sorry. I will thank you next time. I love you guys. Take care. Goodbye.
Hey, I appreciate all of you. See you next time.